Hey guys, welcome back to Rule 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for a brand new benchmark. Today we're using the Callisto protocol for the PC. I'm going to tell you the specs of my system in a bit, but for now I'll just show you the settings. We're running at 1080p on the medium preset. As you can see, we are using full screen mode, which is 1080p. But yeah, I'm running at the medium preset because I think that that's probably going to be the best for this game real quick. And I am using FSR2 set to quality mode because I think to maintain over 60 we're going to need it. Anyway, yeah, let's load into my save file real quick. And yeah, well, obviously I have to do this every time I play the Callisto protocol, so the intro is a bit different from my video just because of how the Callisto protocol works, where you can't change the settings in game. You have to go it from the menu, which is crazy to me. Regardless, here we are. So today we're running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the NVIDIA GTX 970 4GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and we're gonna uncap the frame rate, and let's put that up. So the medium preset, I must say, is more demanding than I thought it would be. Playing this at 1080p low with FSR quality, I was getting into the 90 frames per second at low. So if you play at medium, just expect to get drops below 60. Now, it will go up in certain areas because of how the Callisto protocol is programmed, with how the areas are quite small, tight-knit areas where there's not a lot going on. So you will get higher frame rates during the game, but if you want to play at medium, you're probably going to have to use a higher implementation of FSR. That's just how it's going to go. Now, we're using over 11 gigs of RAM and 3.4 gigabytes of VRAM. I mean, it's using the VRAM, dude. It is using it. Medium is a lot more demanding than low. I will tell you that now. I will not lie. It is so much more demanding. At low, we were using about 2.7 gigs of VRAM. Okay, there's a guy behind me, so let me attack this guy here first. Before he can stop me, and there you go. You know, decide to hop in here, like I didn't even decide to dodge there. That was weird. So that ran fine, but it is unfortunate because now I have to fine tune it to get 60 FPS. Like I said, the game can run at over 60. It definitely can. But some of these settings seem to be been very, very heavy. More heavy than I expected them to be, if I'm being honest with you. The fact that we're getting over 50, we're actually going to go back to the main menu and try to see if we can tweak out some things. We're going to turn back off this. It wasn't a bad experience, but if you want 60, 60 is definitely possible in this game. So I'm just going to go back to the low settings, and we're going to adjust manually one by one what we think is fine. We'll leave shadow quality down to low. Volumetrics and particles we'll leave at low as well. Volumetrics we'll put a medium. Effects, don't want any of those. Don't want filigree. And we're going to set this to quality. We're going to set the texture quality to medium, texture filtering to high. And that should do it. Yeah. We don't necessarily need any of these things here. And I think this here will give us over 60. With FSR set as well, I believe this will give us over 60. Don't quote me on that, but let's find out. Why not, right? It also helps to have an SSD as well. SSD is loading the game very quickly to the point that I can do this. I normally hate doing this when a game makes you have to do this, but with the FSR, yeah, that's better. And I'll give it a second and let it just set itself, and boom, there we go. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Plays a lot better too. Still getting dips below, but you can't do anything about that. Frame rates are much higher now overall in certain areas, which I was telling you about, where in certain areas the frame rates will go. Look, we were even hitting the 70s and 80s at points. I need to dodge. Why do I always insist on trying to hit him first? Did the other guy jump over yet? Crap, he did. Now the other guy's gonna pull me from behind. Oh, maybe he won't get a chance to in time. Turn around. Callisto protocol, guys. It runs on a 970. This game is very optimized well. It's like when you first got the game, it was so terrible, and now after all this time, they finally optimized it. No de novo in it or anything. It's finally where it needs to be. Now, FSR causes an issue with the frame times because I wasn't getting these frame time spikes without FSR, so just keep that in mind as well. I probably could have just played the game at 1080p low and just called it a day. 1080p low would have not didn't cause any of these frame spikes or anything like that. The frame time graph is weird. That is definitely because of FSR. Just keep that in mind. Without it, it doesn't cause this doesn't happen. But you could also just cap the frame rate and that goes away as well. So the average FPS is over 60, so I think that this is fine. It's still saying that for the most part, we're getting over 60 for the experience. I can't hit on this. 11 gigs of RAM are being used.
How the fuck did you get in here?
But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. If you guys enjoy seeing me test games on lower end hardware that you have, and you're like, man, can I still play these newest games before I have to download 100 gigabytes? Hey, I'm the channel to go to. I test them all, man, even if I can barely play them at 2 FPS. I'm just gonna mute myself now, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'll see you guys next time.
Different? Are you special? Why the warden? What you want? I told you. This is my kingdom. It's all yours. Alas, I'm through. And so was Ferris.
What you mean?
He was there. Those things killed him.
You're harder than I thought. Just keep going now. I found a safe room up ahead.
Necessity. To do what is required. To make the hard choices.
No signal.
Jacob! Over here! Come on, man! Move your ass! Run!
You think that'll hold him?
Fucking hope so.
The hell are those things?
Doesn't matter. Look, you just gotta get out of here.
You said something about a plan.
Yeah. This way. Come on. Jacob, get in here. This'll come in handy though. Take that over to the Reforger. You can use it to print a new weapon.